There you go.
There you go.
Sweet, dude. Oh.
Fuck me.
Yeah, no, I just want to kind of talk. I'm trying to do this thing where I'm kind of getting anybody and everyone who I think that can give something valuable um to people, whether it's, today we're going to be talking about motivation and whatever.
Uh-huh.
But just in general. So there's no like, for all these videos that I'm trying to do, there's no like specific like one genre, you know what I mean? It's
Uh-huh.
not just like one. It could be literally anything.
No like agenda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. hmm So I wanted to, yeah, I basically wanted to talk to you just because, um, you know, watching you go through kind of like a little transformation thing, and I don't know, you going from, it seemed like the last time we talked, you felt kind of like lost, but
Yeah.
before that, and then to where you are now.
I mean, fucking from back in the Subaru days. I did like lost is an understatement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was a ghost.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was definitely rough for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
just in general for, I didn't necessarily know what you were going through. Maybe you didn't necessarily know what the person next to you was going through. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's always like I feel like it's always a thing to where, I don't know, I don't know, you most of the time, unless other people tell you about their situation, we're only aware of kind of what we're going through.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we're not necessarily aware of what everybody else is going through. But
Yeah, for sure.
tell me about the 75 hard, like all how'd you get into all that stuff and like whatever else.
I think I think the 75 hard was like this, just like this, like what's the saying? Like the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything else in my life was like a accumulation up to that point, and that was the first time I'd ever actually like done something that required that much like effort.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, like I feel like my entire life growing up, I've never had like I've always been like that kid that's just like in the background
Sure.
and like depressed and like whatever you call it when you're a kid, but it's like it becomes serious to you, you know, back then. Like it may not be as serious.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, dude, the 75 hard, like I just needed like I was in a rut, dude. I was like 200 pounds. I was like thick. I was just like unhappy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I just needed something to like reboot my life.
Yeah.
And like I guess yeah, that's what really did it for me. That's what like took me to where I am now. Like really, like honestly, like the last 3 4 months have been like more. I've improved more in the last 4 months than I have like over my entire life, to be
That's awesome.
honest.
That's sick. That's
Yeah,
sick.
and I think the 75-day challenge was just like it's one of those things where it's like just discipline,
Yeah.
just like actually getting out there, forcing yourself to do it every single day.
Mhm.
And it's kind of created like an air in my brain where it's just like I know I can.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so now every single time I'm like getting out there, like working out and stuff, it's like no longer it like obviously in the moment you're like this fucking like this sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
You're right.
This sucks. Like I like this hurts. I'm tired. Like I'm
Mhm.
gasping for air,
Mhm.
but I know I can.
Right, 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 right.
So I'm gonna continue to do it. And that's like
Right.
the entire. That's like that's like the one thing I learned. That was like the biggest thing I think I learned for myself.
Do you feel like that's kind of, I mean, that's kind of been your mantra, in a sense? Like that's kind of been what's holding you up all this time, obviously you going through that stuff, experiencing all of this. I mean, it's basically a challenge to force you to do, I don't know, be uncomfortable.
Yeah, like do hard work like
Mhm.
for no reason.
Yeah.
just to do it.
What's the okay for people who don't know what the 75 hard is? How would
uh,
you best explain it? Like in a
it's like
few.
it's 75 days, and as you just follow a few basic rules. It's just 2 workouts a day.
Mhm.
Each have to be at least 45 minutes, and one of them has to be outside.
Got it.
And then you have to follow a specific diet. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. You have to read at least 10 pages from a nonfiction book, and then like take a picture of yourself every day. And like no alcohol and no cheat meals. So like
Nice.
full on diet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, that's the rules. And then there's like you can like journal if you want and all that kind of stuff you can add to it. But those are like the baseline rules that you have to
Hmm.
follow regardless.
2 workouts a day. That's a lot already. You know,
Dude, it was hard.
for some people, definitely is a
It
lot.
was it was hard. It was hard for me. Dude, like we got that heat wave
Oh,
too. Dude, like I was outside working out, it was like 115 degrees. I was like, man, I really don't want to be out here. Like, I think at some point, like I literally was like sweating, like dripping sweat into my mouth and like into my eyeballs, and like my eyes were stinging. I
right,
could like taste my sweat, and I just like stopped for a second, and I was like, why? Like, why am I out here? Like,
right.
what am I doing to myself?
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure I went to Hawaii that weekend. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely left
yeah.
left
You
that.
missed out, dude.
I left
You missed out
like
on the
that
terror.
Sunday when it was starting to get like really really bad. I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, dude. It got real bad.
yeah,
It was hot.
yeah. Since you've gone through all of that stuff, it's a lot easier. You know,
Hmm.
a lot like, oh shoot. I mean, you were just saying now you know you can do it.
Yeah,
It's I mean now it's just basically whether or not you want to.
yeah. I mean, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's easier
Mm-hmm.
because like I'm still putting in maximum effort every single time I go out and work out.
Yeah.
So it's still hard. It's
Right.
still like really hard, and it's still like no bone in my body really wants to like get out there. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to go out there and hurt my body necessarily,
Right.
but I do it because I think the whole thing is just like the desire of outcome
Yeah.
instead of like worrying about the process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because like during every single workout, I'm just like, okay, yes, this sucks, but I do know how good I'm gonna feel about myself when I finish.
Right.
So it's like that's the only thing that's I really care about.
Right.
I'm kind of a believer of like energy and like that kind of stuff because that's the kind of household I was raised in, like
Yeah. Yeah.
spirituality, all that
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of do believe that there's like a path
Mm-hmm.
that like the universe like sets out for you.
Sure. Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where it's like shit gets tough
Mm-hmm.
and it gets really tough, but it's like that's kind of just like a test of your character.
Yeah.
And it's like if you can make it out the other end, then you'll just be that much stronger for it. So like no matter how down and dark it gets, it's one of those things where it's like as long as you believe that it's just like a task, as long as you
Mm-hmm.
believe that it's just like a mission for you to complete, then it's just like there's no reason to give up. You know what I mean?
Right. 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 What do you feel like was like the toughest or the hardest thing? I don't know that you had to go through like during the 75 hard or even like right now, if you don't mind sharing.
Hardest thing?
Yeah, because obviously you're going through the 75 hard and then I mean life still happens.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And that's
dude. I mean,
added stress.
honestly, I think what it was is like it was very unfortunate timing
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that I did the challenge when I
Yeah.
did it. But I mean, I think it's unfortunate, but it ended up being a good thing
Right.
because like the no alcohol thing, first of all. And I did it. I started the challenge May 1st,
Okay.
and so I missed like three people's birthday parties,
Mhm.
like two or three camping trips, and not necessarily I missed it, as in like I couldn't go and have fun, but like the entire point of them was like to go and party and drink and eat.
Right.
And it's just like that's not the environment that I want to put myself in
Mhm.
during this challenge.
Right. Right. Right.
And so so turning down like that kind of stuff, I couldn't do anything like July 4th,
Mhm.
all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like still had to go out there and work out during those days and
Right.
stuff
Right.
like
Right.
that.
Mhm.
And then at the same time, like I mean, me and my girlfriend broke up
Mhm.
like 2 weeks in,
Right.
and then like yeah, just like stuff like that just kept happening like over and over again.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
would have a good day, and then something bad would happen. I mean, something with my mom, something with my family, something
Sure.
like with my friends, and it made it tough. It made it really tough, but it's just like I think it was just like that, like I said, like a test.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, maybe it was whether we believe it or not, maybe it was the thing that was supposed to happen so that,
Yeah.
you know, in a way, we're kind of forced to grow. I don't
Hmm.
know. I mean, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to move, you don't, and life is still happening, and you're just like, I still got to do it. I still,
Yeah.
and it's more of, I mean, there has to be kind of like an inkling of I want to do it. It's not
Yeah.
it's not always like, oh, I have to do it. Just because you have to, it doesn't mean you're gonna do it. Because I think a lot of it stems from wanting to do it, because
Yeah.
like something deep inside is like, okay, you know, I really want to do this.
It's almost like it's like I have to do it because I want to do it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like I started this challenge because I wanted the results at the end of the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm in the middle of it, I have to do it
Right.
if I actually want to see what the results are going to be at the end of it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. If you would suggest this kind of challenge or this kind of thing to somebody, how would you go about it? Would you, you know, obviously you couldn't sugarcoat it. You couldn't be like, oh, you know,
No, it's not
this is
easy.
you know,
It's not easy at all. It's probably one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your entire life.
right, right, right.
But I mean, like it honestly, like I don't want to be corny and like say like, oh, it transformed me, but it
But
really
it
did
did.
though.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I became a completely new person at the end of it.
yeah, yeah.
Like I had never had like this level of like discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had like this level of mental toughness.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously my physical body is completely altered from what it was
Yeah.
3-4 months ago.
Right.
So it's like it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. But like there was so much benefit at the end of it that like it's worth it regardless, you
Right.
know.
Mm-hmm. That's sweet. That's sick. No, yeah. Shoot. I don't know. A lot of times it's life sucks. Life is hard, dude.
Life
And
does suck.
yeah, life doesn't care who you are. It
It doesn't,
literally
and
doesn't.
I honestly believe though that like there's a saying that I've heard that says like the universe creates its biggest struggles for its strongest warriors. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
that's cool. That's sick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, yes, I'm going through a struggle, but it's just gonna make me stronger. I'm just like I'm a warrior of this life. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
I gotta live with that warrior mindset.
Yeah.
Just like keep going, keep fighting, keep like just getting better in whatever way you can. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and like not every day is gonna be easy, and you're not gonna feel good about every day.
Right.
But like a day is a day. If you pass through the day, you've always got the next one. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Being this disciplined at this like high level, you know, being able to do this, and this every single day
Mm-hmm.
can be, you know, obviously it's tough and it's
Yeah.
hard and it's not easy. Um, do you feel like that is a sustainable, I don't know, like almost like a sustainable way of life or a sustainable way to live? It's hard
For
because
for the 75 days, like doing the 2 a day and stuff like that, I'd say yes,
okay,
just
yeah,
because of the fact that it is 75 days.
right, right, right,
But when it comes, I mean, like once again, I have to be honest.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I I had a mental like challenge to myself
yeah,
because it's one of those things where it's like at the end of 75 days, I could just like stop.
yeah. You could just fall
But
off,
like exactly, but in my head, it was like that was my biggest fear.
right?
And so like part of me, it might have been a little unhealthy, but like part of me just like kept going.
Yeah,
Like instead
yeah.
of doing 2 a day, I would do 1 a day, but I was
Mm-hmm.
upping them to like 2 hours. I
Sure,
go to the
yeah.
gym for 2 hours or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
do like a full nice workout.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I got to 106 days. And this is my fault
Oh yeah,
because not only was I working out every day, but I was taking like 2 scoops of pre-workout. I was like sometimes even drinking like a cup of coffee in the morning.
yeah, yeah.
Like yes, I was up on my supplements and I was working out and stuff, but I was not doing it like the healthiest way possible.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got to 106 days, and then I broke
Or yeah.
like that, dude. Like I like because I was also I was started working doubles
Oh,
too
okay.
at
Yeah.
work,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm working like 7 to 12 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and then I go straight from work to the gym, work out for 2 hours, get home at like 2:30, eat, leave my house at like 3:20 to get to work till 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And that was every day.
Yeah.
And so I got Friday night on the day 106. I finished my shift,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just like don't feel right.
Yeah.
Like my heart feels weird.
Yeah.
Like it's like not like palpitating, but it just like feels weird.
Yeah.
I feel like almost nauseous. I've got like weird endorphin like mixes going on. And so I just like go to bed, try to like sleep it off, wake up the next morning wrecked.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't sleep all night. Couldn't like walk, couldn't I felt like I was dead.
Yeah.
Like my muscles were fatigued, my brain was tired. I just like tried to sleep all day.
Mm-hmm.
And then like yeah, it was just like exhaustion. Like I just pushed my body to a point where it was just like that it became unsustainable.
Yeah.
And like so yes, but I still do believe that it's sustainable just because the fact that I knew I was doing it wrong. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Because now it's like I'm only taking like half to one scoop of pre-workout on certain days. I'm not even taking it some days.
Yeah.
Still working out every day, still working doubles and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like now I'm completely fine.
Good. Good.
But like just yeah, I think it's definitely sustainable. Just not like don't go crazy with it because it's very easy to get like wrapped up in that. You know what I mean? Like I just gotta do more, gotta like lift heavier weight, gotta take more pre-workout, just like gotta be a fucking savage. You know what I mean? Like it's just like that mindset of just like more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah, it's
Like
not.
that's not what it's about. Like you need sleep.
Yeah.
You need to like watch your intake for like caffeine and like other stuff like that. But I mean, like as long as you do that, like that's the most important thing. Like sleep and like what you're intaking in your body as far as like nutrition and supplements and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you do all of that right, I feel like you can do as many workouts as you want a day.
Right. Yeah. Okay. One last thing. So if you could, encourage somebody or say something to somebody that would be watching this, what would you be able to say, kind of, I guess, like on the topic of motivation, whether it's how to stay motivated, how or whatever. If you could, I know it's a
It's a loaded one.
yeah, it is a loaded question, but
Um,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what the best words that have like been spoken to me about it,
Yeah.
and like honestly, like because like what resonates with me is just like the concept of like somebody's got to do it,
Right.
and it's like, is it gonna be someone else or is it gonna be you? Are you
Mm-hmm.
gonna let it be someone else or is it gonna be you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like today we had our sparring session in our Sunday workout, and we were doing a finisher, like our final workout of the day,
Yeah.
and it was a backwards 400 meter on like a track, so like
Okay.
a full lap on the track
Yeah.
backwards running,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and there was times where I would like pause, to take like a breath or something, and I would like look at the people in front of me who are like behind me, because we're running backwards,
Right. Right. Right.
and I was like, fuck, I could stop, or I could keep going because am I gonna let them beat me?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Am I gonna let them be the ones? Because we use the term carrying the boats
Okay.
because of David Goggins. It's like a huge thing he
Yeah.
says. He's like,
Yeah.
"Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?"
Yeah.
So we always say that, but it's like in my head, it's like it's real. It's like who is gonna carry the boats? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it gonna be you or is it gonna be someone else? And then, so I think the biggest thing that's kept me going is just like that mindset of I'm gonna be the one to do the work because I'm not gonna put it in the hands of someone else.
Nice. I
Because
like
like
that.
enough times in my life, I have put my trust and like just like my trust and just like belief in someone else and
Mm-hmm.
like that they're gonna do it and like I
Right.
count on them to do something for me.
Mm-hmm.
And like time and time again, I've been disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like one of those, it's just like at this point, it's like I have to be the one to put in the work because nobody's gonna do it for me.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna make my money for me
Mm-hmm.
as much as I wish they would. No,
Right.
nobody's gonna put in the work that like I want to be able to like that I want to see the results in my own body and stuff like that. No one's gonna do it, so I have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like less of a motivation thing and more of just like a like do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sick. That's sweet.
Yeah,
Well.
and like yeah, I think that's about it, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
and when it really boils down to it, like obviously I have more to say, but when it really boils down to it, that's like about it. Just like do it.
Yeah.
Like it's the biggest
Yeah.
thing. Like dude, I hate like my least favorite thing is seeing like all these like how to do this and like 20 steps and all this kind of stuff, and it like just overcomplicates it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like join my program and I'll show you the 20 ways. And
Right.
it's like okay, or you
You
could
could
just
just
go out there and
try
just
it.
do it,
Right.
or like people ask you, they're like, what do I don't have the specific equipment, I don't have
Yeah.
like this, I don't have the membership like
Just
money and
just
stuff
make
like
it
that.
happen. Just make
It
just
doesn't
do it.
matter,
Yeah.
like just do it. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a membership for a gym, like that's fine, do push-ups in your living room,
Yeah.
go run outside,
Right.
run barefoot.
Yeah.
People run barefoot all the time. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter, you don't need better nice running shoes. Like just the overcomplication is like it burdens our society with all these like programs and all this like just like bull.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I hate it. It's just like do it. Go out there and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter.
That's good.
Just like put in the work and the results will come.
That's good. I like it. Sweet, dude. I appreciate the talk. Um, I wanted to talk to you specifically because I knew, you know, you went through something, and I knew you'd be open to sharing it, and so I appreciate you sharing it with me, or with
Of course.
us, the people, whatever, whoever's watching, listening,
The people.
the people. Where can people find you if you what's your social media, what's all those good stuff
If
where people can watch you do your
to
thing?
find me, I am on. If I'm on any platform, it's at Samson W. It's
All
my
right,
platform for literally everything.
everything.
Like Instagram, Snapchat, like anything I
Yeah,
have. If I have the platform, my name is at Samson W. I'm trying to get more, not motivation-y,
yeah.
but I'm trying to speak out to a certain group of people more.
I
You know what
mean,
I
and
mean?
that's fine. I mean, to be honest, like
Yeah.
a lot of the times when we're like speaking about motivational stuff or things we've gone through, it can seem kind of cheesy because
Yeah.
I mean, kind of is, but it's like, but it's real,
It is real.
right?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah. I just want to speak to a specific demographic. I want to, I want people to do better in their life. And it's like, I honestly just genuinely care about people doing better things with their life.
yeah. If you guys like this stuff, make sure you guys come check out Slamson W, or at Slamson W, at all these platforms in the world. He's probably got a LinkedIn, probably a OnlyFans. Just kidding.
OnlyFans for sure.
Yeah, no, but yeah, no, I appreciate you. I appreciate the being able to talk about, I don't know, what you're going through and how you're kind of able to come out of it, because it'll be impacting to a lot of people. So
I hope so. I appreciate you, sir.
yeah, no, I appreciate it. Okay, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.